Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Everyman's Odyssey podcast and to another edition of Monday Meditations, where we just start our week with a few minutes of the writings of Marcus Aurelius' personal journal entitled Meditations. So this week's comes from Book 11, passage number 11, and he says, "It's the pursuit of these things and your attempts to avoid them that leave you in such turmoil, and yet they aren't seeking you out. You are the one seeking them. Suspend judgment about them, and at once they will lie still, and you will be freed from fleeing and pursuing." And now, obviously, in his writing here, we don't actually have insight into what it is specifically that he's referring to. The things that he's pursuing or the things that he's running from, we don't know what that is. But there is a universal application here. If you would just take the time and think about what you would apply this to in your life. What are the things that you feel you're constantly chasing after? And in reverse, what are the things that are chasing after you that you're avoiding, that are causing you turmoil, that are stressing you out every day as you think about them, as you pursue them or evade them? What are the things in your life that you would be writing to yourself about? And think about that and identify what those things are. And then this second part here is suspend judgment about them, and at once they will lie still. So identify these things and then just leave them alone for a little while. Just quiet your mind and dismiss them from your daily life for just a bit. And find that these circumstances or these problems aren't chasing after you after all. It's you not controlling your thoughts and your actions that is allowing these things to dictate how you feel or how you think or the amount of stress that you allow into your life. And so if we just take that time, we, like he says here, we will find freedom. We'll be freed from fleeing and pursuing. Understanding, and again, this is a constant theme throughout his writings here, is that you are in control. And if you're not, then you should be. So write this out to yourself even, and identify the things that you are pursuing or are pursuing you, and just quiet your mind and let them go. And that's not to say that you don't ever have to pick them back up again. Maybe some of the things that you're stressed out about are absolute necessities that need to be taken care of. However, you need to change your perspective. You need to understand who's in control of these things. You have free will, and you are in control of your mind and your attitude and your perspective. And so stop chasing after these things and stop running from these things, whatever it is, and however that applies to your life. Take this moment to identify those things and change how you live with them. So as I think about this and apply it in my own life, one of the things that I'm chasing constantly and feeling stressed out about is time. I'm always chasing more time, trying to find more time to accomplish the things that I have to do. And if I'm lucky, maybe some things that I just want to do as well. But if I just stop and free myself from the stress of that pursuit, even in this moment, I can recognize that the time is always there. It's not evading me. Everybody has the same amount of time. I'm not chasing it down. It's my choices. I'm allotting my time somewhere else. And so I have it already. There's no need to be chasing it. I just need to change my perspective and live freely and peacefully in a way that uses my time efficiently. And so that's one thing that I don't need to be chasing the way that I am every single day. And somehow it's also the same application in my life for the things that I'm avoiding. There's certain things that I want to accomplish. There's things that I would like to do for this podcast even. And so the demand of those things that I want to accomplish, I feel like are chasing me, and I constantly put them off and I'm avoiding them. But there's no need for me to be running from any of that. These are all things that I feel like I'm avoiding because of the conviction of not making good on the commitments that I've made to myself or to other people. If I lay that down and I quiet my mind, that is just within me. There is not somebody chasing me down demanding that I do these things that I feel like I don't have time for. These are commitments that I have made or should have made and that I put off because of the same, reversed relationship that I have with time. And so I'm not sure if that makes sense to your life, and you may be dealing with something completely different. However, like I said, the application is universal. Take some time and write out the things that you are running from and that are chasing you, and identify those in your life, and just take that moment to leave it there and accept the peace and freedom that comes within that, and give yourself time to adopt a new perspective on how you approach these things, and understand that it's always been you. There's nothing chasing you or evading you. It is all about your choices and your perspective. And so I hope that helps you and maybe gives you a fresh start this week. It's certainly going to stick with me this week. And so, again, that's a reason that I always love doing these every week. So, as always, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Take care.